My name is Oshini Wanagasekara, and I just go by Oshi. I started ballet when I was 4 years old, and it became an escape for me, or like the safe space. And because it's such a rigorous training, you're able to just put so much of yourself into it and get away from your problems and just focus on the physicality. At the age of 17, I actually had no idea what I wanted to do. I was just trying to get away, and within a year of university realized that I suddenly had the opportunity to do ballet. I started dancing really intensely. By the age of 19, I had applied to a school in New York City, the Ailey School, and I got in. Eventually ended up getting scholarships, and one thing led to another, and that's how I ended up in New York. I lived there for nearly 10 years, training and performing, and it was a wild ride. When I first set out to write this play, I thought, I'm just going to take all my funny stories and make a comedy about how crazy the ballet world is, and I just happened to be brown while doing it. And then in the process, I realized that the kind of dark bits, there was this pattern that I, at the time, couldn't piece that together because I was so young and naive. When you're writing a play, you always want to ask yourself a question of why am I doing this? What is the question I want to answer? The only thing that came to mind was that I really wanted answers to why I found those 10 years in New York to be so traumatizing. So this was a big leap of faith. I wanted to look at it and go, why? What was so unforgivable about me, unworthy or so ugly in myself that I couldn't even replay those memories. I'm just nope, that didn't happen. I just wanted answers, and I got answers. Oshi, the character, she is somebody who is just striving to find her self-worth. For a long time, she thinks that she can do that by bringing down other people or building herself up with her own sort of sense of self-importance. I think it's very selfish. She starts out really selfish. She just wants to prove that she's somebody. Something that's challenging in the play that I talk about is I become this persona, which was a real version of myself, the most diva version of myself. And I call myself I was one of the chosen ones. They have a very specific look. I had the misperception that once I left Calgary, somehow I'd be leaving that behind, but boy, was I wrong. And that's just normal. It's very catty. It's like high school, but it seems just the ballet world is like that all the time. There's always the chosen ones. And it's funny. I think it's hilarious how catty we all could be. And I was not immune to that. I totally was one of those girls. Oh my gosh. I had so much to learn or unlearn. Thankfully, I went to schools where Black history was part of the curriculum, and that saved me. It also saved me in that I was learning history about people that I could kind of draw some pride for myself when reading about these, for example, Black dancers who came before me. Looking at it, I can see the racism and the elitism and the classism in this story, and really the hardest truth that I uncovered and probably for a long time shied away from because I wanted it to be a comedy. I realized I was revealing this really uncomfortable truth that I didn't want to exclude, which was that a victim of racism and all these things can also be a perpetrator of the same things. So as a brown girl, I was at this intersection of white and Black. Depending on how I played my cards, I could kind of play my way into either group. I had to be one or the other or go home. That was my three options. And in doing so, I was wielding this privilege. I grew up having to watch my parents being very openly discriminated against in Calgary. The diversity of New York was so liberating. You could be yourself, and I didn't feel like dirty spot in a white neighborhood. That is very much how I, to this day, see Calgary, and I make that very clear in my play. I intended to write a comedy. What I ended up revealing was specifically about a brown girl trying to be something in an environment that is just not meant for her. Because of the way that I was raised and my family dynamics, I know that handling rejection was really hard. I took it personally every single time. And then I couldn't stand up for myself, so I was letting people just push me around a lot, push my body around a lot. such like in the play, like even if I was extremely injured, if someone said, well, you have to dance, like we're not going to pay you unless you dance, I would dance on the injury, which is very normal. And then I just couldn't make friends, because if you're always like toughening yourself up and being intimidating, pushing people away, no one can get in. So I wasn't able to make friends. I was just hell-bent on proving that I had a value as a person or as a dancer, or, you know, proving that like I'm brown and I'm good enough too. There's no room for creativity or making friends or being vulnerable with other people. It was a major downfall of, I think, of my artistry or my ability to grow as a dancer. The way that you're trained as a dancer from a young age, it molds your body, it molds your muscles, your bones. And because I had like what I call in the play, like a big brown butt, I didn't have like a skinny stick body. Teachers would ask me to make my butt disappear by like tucking under, which is really bad for your hip. When I finally did get truly injured, it happened all in one day. It was a series of performances. We were having a season, and on the second day I went in to warm up for the show, and my leg just suddenly stopped working. Like it just wouldn't move. For the first time, took a bunch of ibuprofen, got through the show, and that became my life, was just drugging myself with ibuprofen, like maximum dosage every single day, just to walk down the street. And when I try to look back on like, how did this happen? It didn't just happen overnight. And I traced it all the way back to having a big brown butt. I tried to come back from that surgery and it wasn't really working out. So I never wanted to do theater again. Like this play is bizarre to me because I told myself never stepping foot in a theater again. I don't want to. I already did the dance thing. I only do like on camera acting now. So a lot has changed, I guess, in those 9 years. I've been brave enough to try it again. 3 major things that I've learned. One is that art saves lives. Art has value. No one gets to decide what you're worth. It's not over until it's over. It's not over until you say it's over. I thought, like I said to myself, I'll never do theater again. I never want to step foot in a theater again. And then here I am writing a play. I just didn't want to have to stand on a stage again. I was like, I've already traumatized myself enough with ballet. I don't want to be on a stage. But it's not over until you say it is over. I thought it was over, but it's not. I'm back. I'm back.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹਾਲੇ तक तैयार नहीं हुए? वो आने वाले ने।
मैं हो गया तैयार, बस मैं तैयार हूँ।
लगता है आ ही गए ना।
हेलो, आओ जी, जी आए। साढ़े 2 बच्चे ने जी, दूजे मौके नहीं है तो इतने ने, पर वो अपनी अपनी जिंदगी जिवें कह लो बिजी ने, सो उन्हें जिंदगी चल रही है जी।
उनते कुछ याद नहीं।
चलो साढ़े छोटे बेटे ने सानू अपनी चाबी दिंदे होए कहा सी कि ये चाबी रख लो, हुण मैनूं इहदी लोड़ नहीं है, मैं इहनूं किते गवा ना दियां। चाबी हाले भी उत्थे ही पई है जिथे वो छड्ड के गया सी। साढ़े दोवां अज तक किसी दी हिम्मत ही नहीं कि असीं चाबी नूं चुक के किते होर रख सकीए, कि असीं तां महसूस करदे हां कि वो शायद किसी वक्त वापस आ जाएगा तो कहेगा ਉਹ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਚਾਬੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਭੁੱਲ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ।
ਆਹੀ ਦਰਦਾਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਰਾਤ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੌਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਿੰਦਰ, ਜਗਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਦੀਆਂ।
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਪਾਲ,
ਅਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ 'ਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਛ ਵੇਖਿਆ, ਹਰ ਸੁੱਖ ਦੁੱਖ, ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਗਮੀ। ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਇੰਝ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਬਸ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਹੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇ ਕੱਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਰ ਹੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਦੁੱਖ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ, ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਕ ਦੁੱਖ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦਿਮਾਗੀ ਹਾਲਾਤਾਂ 'ਚੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੰਘ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਹੈ।
ਘਰੋਂ ਚਾਹ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਲੈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਆ $2 ਬਚਾਉਣ ਲਈ।
ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਅੱਗੇ ਇਹੀ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਜਿਹੇ ਤੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਹੋਰ ਦੁੱਖ ਦਾ ਸਾਹਮਣਾ ਨਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਏ।
ਅਸੀਂ ਜੋ ਕੁਝ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਸੀ ਨਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ। ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਇਆ ਲਿਖਾਇਆ, $2 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਵੀ ਬਣਾਇਆ।
ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਾਂ-ਬਾਪ ਨੂੰ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਹੁੰਦਿਆਂ ਵੇਖਿਆ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਯਾਦ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਮਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਆਖਰੀ ਉਮਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੀ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਲਣ ਦੀ ਆਦਤ ਪੈ ਗਈ ਸੀ। ਬਸ ਉਹੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ।
ਦੇਖ 5 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਠੀਕ ਸੀ ਨਾ, ਕੋਈ ਦਵਾਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਖਾਂਦਾ, ਮੇਰਾ ਸਰੀਰ ਮੇਰਾ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਸਭ ਠੀਕ ਸੀ ਨਾ।
ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਕੁਝ ਐਸਾ ਹੀ ਹਾਲ ਮੇਰਾ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਫੋਨ ਤੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ, ਤੇ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਅੱਗੋਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਪਾਪਾ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰ ਉਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਕਰੋਗੇ। ਉਦੋਂ ਨਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀ ਪਰਵਰਿਸ਼ 'ਚ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਕਿਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਕਮੀ ਰਹਿ ਗਈ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਕੀ ਕਮੀ ਰਹਿ ਗਈ, ਪਰ ਉਹ ਕਮੀ ਤਕਲੀਫ ਤੇ ਦੁੱਖ ਬਹੁਤ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਨੂੰ। ਪਿੱਛੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਦੋਸਤਾਂ ਨਾਲ, ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇਦਾਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ, ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਖੂਨ, ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ। ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੁਝ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਅਕਸਰ ਘੰਟਿਆਂ ਬੱਧੀ WhatsApp ਤੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ।
ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਫੋਨ ਤੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਝ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੋਤੇ ਪੋਤੀਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਇੰਜੋਏ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਪਰ ਸੱਚ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਹਾਲੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਪੋਤੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਤੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ। ਸ਼ਾਇਦ
ਸਾਡੇ ਸ਼ੌਂਕ, ਸਾਡੇ ਚਾਅ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੀ?
ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਉਹ ਝੂਠ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਕਿਧਰੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਧਰੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਸੱਚ ਮੰਨਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ ਹਾਂ। ਇੱਕ ਖੁਸ਼ਗਵਾਰ ਖਿਆਲ, ਬਸ ਇਹੀ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੀ ਛੋਟੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਰਹਿ ਗਿਆ।
ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਨਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਅਕਸਰ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੜਦੇ ਝਗੜਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ। ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਸੁਲ੍ਹਾ ਵੀ ਕਰਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ। ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਯਾਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਖਰੀ ਵਾਰ ਲੜੇ ਕਦੋਂ ਸੀ। ਸੱਚ, ਸਾਡੇ ਗੈਸਟ ਬੈਡਰੂਮ ਦਾ ਨਾ ਲਾਈਟ ਬਲਬ ਫਿਊਜ਼ ਹੈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਬਦਲ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਬਸ ਇਹ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਆਏਗਾ, ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਆ ਕੇ ਸਭ ਠੀਕ ਕਰ ਲਏਗਾ। ਇਸੇ ਝੂਠ ਦੇ ਆਸਰੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਮੋਹ ਦਾ ਰਿਸ਼ਤਾ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ।
ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਬਸ ਬਾਹਰ ਗਏ ਨੇ, ਸ਼ਾਮ ਤੱਕ ਮੁੜ ਆਉਣਗੇ। ਉਹੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਯਾਦਾਂ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਦੁਹਰਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਯਾਦਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਸੁਣ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ। ਉਹ ਟਾਈਮ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਭਰਿਆ ਸੀ, ਪਰ ਉਸ ਵਕਤ ਦੀਆਂ ਯਾਦਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਦੁੱਖ ਦਿੰਦੀਆਂ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਯਾਦਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਅਜੀਬ ਜਿਹਾ ਖਾਲੀਪਨ ਪੈਦਾ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਯਾਦਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਬਹੁਤ ਤੰਗ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ।
ਕਦੋਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਕਦੋਂ ਚੰਗਾ ਵਕਤ ਬੁਰਾ ਬਣ ਜਾਏਗਾ।
ਆਪਣਾ ਹੀ ਸਿੱਕਾ ਖੋਟਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਕਸੂਰ ਹੈ?
ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਰਾਏਦਾਰ ਰੱਖੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਅਕਸਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਚਾਹ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਸੱਦ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਵਕਤ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਵਾਂਗੂ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਅਤੀਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਉਹ ਅਤੀਤ ਜਿਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਤਨ ਮਨ ਧਨ ਸਭ ਕੁਛ ਲਗਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ।
5 ਸਾਲ ਚ ਵਾਪਸ ਤਾਂ ਕੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਸੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ? ਆਪਣੇ ਪਿਓ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਤੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ।
ਦੇਖੋ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਤਾਂ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਹੈ, ਮੇਰੀ ਵਾਈਫ ਹੈ, ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਮਹਿੰਗਾਈ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਖਰਚੇ ਪੂਰੇ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ 2-2 ਜੌਬ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਪੈਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਘਰ ਦੀ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ, ਕਾਰ ਦੀ ਲੀਜ਼ ਐਂਡ ਕਿਡਸ ਐਕਟੀਵਿਟੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਖਰਚੇ। ਐਂਡ ਆਈ ਡੋਂਟ ਹੈਵ ਟਾਈਮ। ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ, ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਤਾਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਕਿਸੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਮਿਲ ਲਵਾਂਗਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ। I don't have time, so and even now I have to leave. मेरी shift का time हो गया. Okay, so I'll talk to you later. Bye.
मेरा बच्चा कितना कमजोर हो गया। मेरे दिल में बहुत तकलीफ हुई है इस हालत च देख के। हमेशा सोना बन के रहंदा सी, ब्रांड्स एंड ऑल। मेरे को कुछ पैसे पए ने जो औखे समय ਲਈ ਸਾਂਭ ਕੇ ਰੱਖੇ ਸੀ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਪੈਸੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ, ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਉਹਦੇ ਕੰਮ ਆ ਜਾਣ। ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਹਾਲਾਤਾਂ 'ਚ ਜੀ ਰਿਹਾ।
ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਉਹਦਾ ਹੀ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ, ਹਨਾ? ਤੇ ਜੋ ਉਸਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਉਂਦੇ ਜੀ, ਨਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ। ਨਾਲੇ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਐਸੇ ਗੱਲੋਂ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਵੀ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਜੇ, ਹਨਾ? ਹਾਂ, ਮੈਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਰਿਐਲਟਰ ਨਾਲ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਗੱਲ।
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ।
ਹਾਂ, ਕੱਲ ਹੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਰਿਐਲਟਰ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ। ਕੀ
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ,
ਤੂੰ ਟੈਨਸ਼ਨ ਨਾ ਲੈ।
ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਕਤ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਅਖੀਰਲੀ ਪੀੜ੍ਹੀ ਆ ਜਿਸ ਤੇ ਜਲਦੀ ਗਾਇਬ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈ, ਜਾਂ ਇਹ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਪੀੜ੍ਹੀ ਜਿਸ ਤੇ ਡੁੱਬ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈ। ਸਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਾਡਾ ਖਾਨਦਾਨ ਤਾਂ ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਪਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਰਗਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਨਾ ਉਹ ਦਿਲ ਹੋਣਗੇ, ਨਾ ਉਹ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇ ਹੋਣਗੇ, ਨਾ ਉਹ ਮੋਹ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਨਾ, ਦਿਲ ਦਰਿਆ ਸਮੁੰਦਰੋਂ ਡੂੰਘੇ, ਕੌਣ ਦਿਲਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਜਾਣੇ। ਜਦੋਂ ਦਿਲ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਤੇ ਮੋਹ ਵਾਲੇ ਦਰਿਆ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੋਣਗੇ? ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਜੀ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਜੀ ਰਹੇ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਜਾਓ, ਜਾ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਜੀਓ। ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਟਾਈਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੰਮ ਨੇ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ। ਸਾਡੇ ਘਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਪ੍ਰਾਹੁਣੇ ਨੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਹੈ। ਚਲੋ ਉਠੋ, ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ।
एक मान था हमारा खाम ख्याल था, वो भी हमको भूले न होंगे ये गुमान था। घर के कर चुके थे मुआहिदा-ए क़ताए तल की, उनके दिल में कहीं गोशा नशी होंगे ये ईमान था। उनके नाम किया हर एक लम्हा हर एक सांस, हमारे इश्क की रमक बाकी होगी ये यकीन था। सुनकर सदा वो हमारी मुस्कुरा उठेंगे, जब तलक ये महज ख्याल था कितना हसीन था, जब तलक ये महज ख्याल था कितना हसीन था।
My name is Anto Chan. I was born in Montreal, Canada. I was born in the Jewish hospital there in 1985. Both of my parents were born in Hong Kong and they came to Canada in their teenage years. My mom was 17 and I believe my dad was 18. When somebody asks me how my relationship is with my parents, the immediate reaction is to say good. And that's something that I think is very common. We don't really process fully what it is, but it's so layered. There's so many parts of that connection that are incredibly valuable. It's beautiful, it's nurturing, it's loving, it's caring. And then there's also parts that are a lot of times put aside because they were really hard and they were painful and overwhelming even challenging of my self-worth consistently. And it's not as like a this and that or like good and bad. It's like more so an entire existence of it as a person. And so for me, the many layers of my relationship with my parents is a huge part of why this project is so meaningful and important to me. It's called Intergenerational Trauma and Healing. And yeah, it is going to be us connecting with our ancestral roots and a lot more about that stuff. But I also want to highlight the fact that just because we're speaking on those things doesn't mean you can't also do performances that have nothing to do with that, because our joy and our existence also is already our ancestral roots as well. So I would love to be able to have us come all together and be able to like close out the show with all of us on stage. I don't know. Siddhartha was like, we should all just dance together. And like, I'm like, I don't know how much dancing I'm going to be able to do, but I've been practicing my twerking. So we'll see how my hips do in that.
I feel like Anto is somebody who expresses himself freely. And I think it's contagious. My name is Gautam Siddharth Tiwari, aka known as Siddhartha, and I was born in Montreal, Canada. I think for me, the big intergenerational trauma is repression that I want to heal from, and that I think my culture and a lot of cultures need to heal from. Repression. What are people gonna say?
Yeah, it was like really powerful. Like even when I think about the way women are treated, like if someone gets raped in India for real, dead ass, and they go back to their family, it's like don't say anything. Yeah. Lo kya kahenge? How are we gonna get you married? You know, and like that's like a darker. But in everything, right? If you're gonna be a rapper, lo kya kahenge? If you get a nose ring as a man, yeah. So it's like that's kind of where that monologue. Right. Would be. Right. Yeah.
Both my parents are from India. My mom's from India, my dad's from India. I think they're both from northern central India. I went back to India for the first time in 10, 11 years. The cultural aspect of my identity, I feel like I've never honed in and been able to like really focus on it. And so when Anto talked about this idea, it really, really excited me, because this is an opportunity to explore some things that I've always been thinking of.
You know, yeah, I have conflicts with my culture, but everyone does. So regardless, you know, I'm feeling myself.
You feeling those jewels, you feeling that cash. I'm feeling myself, I'm feeling myself.
I'm the one called Shadel Chavez, but I'm also known as Shadel with a Q for aesthetic purposes. A goal of mine is to be a part of something that pulls people in to the shared experience of like the present moment, because everything has been digital, and I want it to be more surreal than surreal can be. And I want people to feel coded with the empowerment to have conversations with their families and themselves about anything that sticks with them from what we have to say and share. And I hope it just inspires so many other different things. And we spoke about this the other day, that it would, in the grand scheme, be part of like a larger movement beyond what we can fathom. So,
are you watering the wrong plants? Forgot your life is in your own hands. Wonder what it's like to make your own plans. Is it justified? What if I, will I like what I find? Will I?
Honestly, I thought the show was fantastic. I was like sitting there, I was watching the artists themselves kind of each brought something different but tasteful to it. Like at first, and she's like this, and I was like, oh my God, like that was sick. And then Siddhartha came out, dropped bars. And what's crazy was as he was performing, in between performances, there was like engagement, but unscripted engagement. And we really got the chance to actually like feel the artistry and see him as a person. And that in itself is a true art form, you know, to be able to get that kind of connection. And what I really loved as well was in the third act, there was just this comedy.
The Atlanta shootings happened, and the Stop Asian Hate movement happened. People would be sending me videos of people getting attacked without telling me that this is a video of somebody getting attacked, and then they would ask me, what do we do? How do we support the Asian hate movements? You forgot. I'm like, you forgot the stop part.
And it's like, wow, we're here talking about generational trauma, and we're going through traumas and pains, racial segregation in different ways, cultural segregation, and then it's like, and sometimes we just laugh about it too.
Doing great on my set. I didn't have to do any of the jokes that I did in Ottawa anymore. The only stereotypes I knew were Sony and Toshiba.
Being able to relive those moments with you, going through every single one of those shows, and now it's been like, 6 months or so since our last show.
Intergenerational has influenced me as an artist, hands down, because it reminded me what performance is about, what making pieces and crafting pieces is about. That when you get on stage with an intention, people can see that.
Seeing everyone grow together was so amazing. It honestly felt like such a family. Everyone was just sharing different perspectives and really wanting each artist to bring our messages as best as we could.
For me, it's not about pushing ourselves to be better artists or anything. It really is just getting to know ourselves more. What is our actual role in all of this?
Am I talking about it enough? Caring enough? Sharing enough? Am I posting enough? Am I angry enough? Am I acknowledging the victims enough?
It just reminded me of my powers and what the whole project meant for me overall, which was so incredibly grounding, but also really showed me how important it is for me to continue doing this type of sharing our gifts in this way.
That's what they'll say. And man, this guy, he loved to play.
So we're just coming out of Intergenerational, and it was the 4th show, and I think it was the final, but it's making such waves that I heard somebody saying that they're going to do a 5th one and maybe 6th and 7th, so I think that kind of speaks for itself.
I really enjoyed the show. It was really refreshing to see Asian trauma being dealt in a very creative and very honest way. I commend the artists for being so vulnerable and authentic in the work that they created, and the fact that they can share it with us so we can heal too. I don't know, I have no words for it other than because they're healing, us being there allowed us to heal too, and I really want to see more in the future and see what this becomes.
I was overwhelmed by it, overwhelmed with joy and happiness. It was just wonderful.
Keep pushing, keep moving, it's not too late, just keep pushing.
Radhika is a very colorful character. I think there are lots of emotions that she deals with in the play, and I think that's the loveliest part of all, because I think in our day-to-day lives we go through so many emotions, and I feel the audience is going to be able to relate to all of them. Similarities between Radhika and me, there are a lot. Specifically, I think she goes through that turmoil in her mind every day, as to she's always found herself to be a misfit in this generation, and I think I very closely relate to it. I think all millennials do because we all are from the 90s, but we don't know what's happening in this generation, so we have these pressures of fitting into this generation, but then maintaining our ideals from the 90s. So I think it's a beautiful I don't know how to say it. It's very complex, yet it's very beautiful how we deal with it. What I loved about writing this play was the fact that there were like so many emotions and so many different generations that in my personal life too, I kind of deal with every day. I do have nephews and nieces. I have like, you know, older siblings, and I have my parents, and all of them are from different generations. So what I loved about writing this play was I think I could use some of the real-time experiences and you know, maybe add a little bit of, you know, fun and, you know, comedy to it, and create something which people could relate to and people can relate to, and yeah, just enjoy it. And I think for the longest of time, I have been wanting to put out a message to people that it's okay to feel that you're a misfit. It's okay to feel that way, because a lot of us, you know, go through emotional traumas and we are like, what if, you know, this is not for us, right? So I think the biggest message that I'm trying to convey through this play is that it's okay to not be able to fit in, right? There is always going to be a generational gap with maybe your friends, your siblings, your parents, you know, your co-workers, but at the end of the day, all these different perspectives make, you know, what the world is today. And in a way, all these different perspectives kind of teach us, you know, to probably, you know, grow further in life, or, you know, maybe come up with certain solutions to certain problems. So the part that is again most relatable to me is the fact that I have always found myself to be a misfit since I was a kid. I don't know, maybe that it's because of the way I think, or maybe if it's because of my, you know, artistic aspirations, I don't know. So the most relatable part is definitely the fact that I'm not able to think and perceive things in the same way that my immediate family or friends would. I am also a completely old school kind of a person, so a lot of times certain times I feel disheartened. Certain times I'm like, that is a new perspective. So I think that is the most relatable thing. So I think Radhika initially finds herself to be a misfit, and she's not able to relate with the Gen Z generation. And then slowly she thinks, why not to adapt to, you know, the Gen Z trends of, you know, snapping, or, you know, being on Instagram and, you know, using fancy hashtags and pictures. And then I think the graph is where she kind of starts accepting that this is what she is. She's a millennial, and it's, you know, she feels beautiful in what she is, and I think her immediate surrounding helps her feel that way. And I think that's the note it kind of ends on. And I think even the message that we're trying to give out through this play is that it's okay to be a misfit, and it's okay to feel, you know, maybe not accepted, but I think it's also okay to kind of learn from that and just accept what you are, and like how beautiful every person is, no matter what your perspective or what your generation is. And I think the different generations have something to teach and something to take from each other, and you know, especially our Southeast Asian culture and many such cultures around us. So I think that is the message we're trying to give out, that you know, it's okay to be you, it's okay to learn, and it's okay to grow and, you know, coexist. I think that's the right word, you know, coexist with your fellow generations and just live and enjoy. I think the most challenging thing while I was writing this piece up and kind of trying to see it in a play's perspective was that the dynamics between the different generations, right? Like how we are going to be able to show that relationship of, like, say, the nephew who is 13, and of course Radhika who is 35. If we want, even though it's a play, we want to make it as realistic as possible. So it had to be like a very day-to-day kind of a thing. It just can't be something enacted, right? So I think that the most challenging thing was to put across our message, but make it look as realistic as possible, because at the end of the day, we're just talking about relationships over here. So I think that was the most difficult part. I think the part that was the most fun while doing this play was that we have 7 to 8 different actors, and they actually are from different generations. So there were lots of inputs from them, and I think I gave them a lot of space to kind of play around with their character. And to my surprise, the kind of colors each of them, from a 13-year-old kid who's, it's his first shot at acting, to the mother who is almost 62, around those 50 years, there are like 7 characters, and the little color, or the little nuance that each of them have brought to their respective characters, I think it's just so beautiful. They've added to the play so beautifully, and yeah, I'm just so excited for the play to reach to the audience and just enjoy, and probably take some message away so that everybody can kind of learn and be included in their day-to-day lives and just enjoy their life. And as the play says, life hi to hai, it's just, you just have one life and you got to make the most of it. What made me write this play? I think again that relates back to the message that we want to give out, that it's okay to be you, no matter you're a millennial or you're a Gen Z or you're a Gen X or you're a boomer or you're an alpha. It's okay to be born in whichever era, and it's okay to have a certain thought process. It's okay to adapt to the current generation, but it is also okay to stick to the generation you were born in. It's okay to live that every day, and just at the end of the day, as long as you're happy and your near and dear ones are happy, in the end, it's life, and we have to make the most of it. When life is beautiful, and I think all of us have realized that, especially after COVID. So we got to make the most of what we have. We got to, of course, maintain our morals and ethics, but then also enjoy life, and as I say, make the most of what we have.
अच्छा लगता है मुझे कनाडा, और हाँ तो मुझे अच्छा लगता है कि मैं सुबह उठकर मैं पिछले 3 साल से सुबह उठता हूँ और मैं काम पर जाता हूँ, और फिर मैं काम से वापस आता हूँ, मैं खाना खाता हूँ, सो जाता हूँ, मैं सुबह उठता हूँ, काम पर जाता हूँ, काम से वापस आता हूँ, खाना खाता हूँ, सो जाता हूँ, सुबह उठता हूँ, काम पर जाता हूँ, काम से वापस आता हूँ, खाना खाता हूँ, सो जाता हूँ, सुबह उठता हूँ, काम पर जाता हूँ, काम से वापस आता हूँ, खाना खाता हूँ, सो जाता हूँ। 3 साल से यही कर रहा हूँ मैं। आप जानना चाहते हैं मैं आगे क्या करूँगा अपनी ज़िंदगी में? तो आइए आइए मेरे साथ, देखिए आप भी। हाँ, अब लौट चलें। कभी कभी सोचता हूँ और बोलता भी हूँ, या अब लौट चले, आप लौट चले यार। आइए आपको मजा आएगा, आइए मिलते हैं। बाय बाय।
इन्हीं साहब की तरह एक और हैं जिनका मुल्क तो बदल गया लेकिन चूतिया किस्मत नहीं बदली। चलिए उनकी भी कहानी जान लेते हैं। क्या पता जाने क्या होगा मेरा, हर लम्हा जैसे है कोई सजा। क्या पता जाने क्या होगा मेरा, हर लम्हा जैसे है कोई सजा। क्यों सहमसा दिल ये मेरा, किससे करूं मैं बयां, कोई तो सुन ले जरा। क्या पता जाने क्या होगा मेरा, हर लम्हा जैसे है कोई सजा। पे बड़ा बनूंगा मैं हर किसी की खुशी की वजह। हो आंखों में सिमटी उम्मीदों से दावा मैंने किया, पूरे होंगे वो सपने एक दिन यहाँ। टूटे ख्वाबों से टूटे वो वादे कुछ इस तरह, जीने की हर वजह जैसे रूठी है इस दफा। संभल जा जरा, क्या पता जाने क्या होगा मेरा, हर लम्हा जैसे है कोई सजा। टैलेंट का करना है क्या, क्या पता जाने क्या होगा मेरा, हर लम्हा जैसे है कोई सजा। क्यों सहमसा दिल ये मेरा, किससे करूं मैं बयां, हर कोई तो सुन ले जरा।
21 22 23 25 खाना आ गया। चलो 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 बस। So today is day 1. Our Oscar is down, but he is a very strong boy. He's gonna come out very strong, you know? And we're gonna see these videos as memories. How you won this whole thing, right?
No judgment, nothing is wrong. No idea is a bad idea.
Hinprov. What does Hinprov mean?
Hinprov.
Yeah.
It's a combination of Hindustani in terms of understanding of language, story, and culture, and it's mixed with the language of improvisation. Being at a state where you don't have any control on how things are going on, so that you are at extreme ease of what you are, mixed with, like I said, the Hindustani culture.
Gucci blue, Gucci sky.
Gucci sad, Gucci cry.
Gucci attempt, Gucci try.
It's improv. You really cannot tell what the show is going to be until you come and witness it yourself.
First of all, there is no dialogue to learn, so it makes it easy on us. And there is so much camaraderie between the people who I perform with. All you have to do is listen to what everybody is saying on stage and react accordingly. And that's the best part. That's the beauty of it. That you just be in the moment.
So you're like, no, that's a pocket. Okay, I did a... Hi, I'm Krissy Sharma. I'm the best improviser you've ever seen. And there's a big earthquake and there's people coming out of the earth. I'm part of Affirmative Reaction. I did a Fringe show. I've been doing improv for a long time. I'm the best.
It's more than one people working together, and it's just flowing. So it's the flow that makes improvisation what it is. For example, if I might just say that, if I am saying yes and, what does it mean to say yes and to yourself? What does it mean to say yes and to something that you don't understand at all? Knowing is overrated over here. You don't know anything, kind of thing.
Are you doing an interview right now?
Yeah, we're doing an interview.
We have to prepare for the competition.
Which one?
The one that we're in.
No, you missed
the Mississauga Improv Festival.
The Mississauga Improv Festival.
Yeah.
It literally has festival at the end of it.
Yeah, no, it's a competition.
How?
It's a competition. The winner gets like $100,000. It's crazy.
It's crazy. $100,000 US.
$100,000.
It's like 1/7 of the house price market in Mississauga.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're saying that it's on the competition for us to win?
Yeah, and you're doing an interview? Oh, okay. I know, but we gotta prepare.
We gotta prepare.
No, we gotta make sure we win.
Yeah, we will win. We are Indians. Once again, all the teams that are participating, mostly they're Indians. Fuck, guys, come on. Oi! Come on. Let's just warm up. Let's practice, guys.
We are at the hospital.
we see a small safe in there.
There are two people wearing balaclavas ready to rob the bank. Two people.
Some people are hungry there.
There is a doctor at the bank trying to open the safe.
There's a very handsome man at the bank. To be honest, it's just very natural for me. I go up on stage and I just know what to say, you know. It's like hard to, it's like asking Michael Jordan how he plays basketball. You know, it's the same thing.
You have to be, first of all, you have to be very open and vulnerable to ideas, you know, and that's what we do. We are very vulnerable towards each other's ideas, and we take those ideas and we run with those ideas, and we try to support each other, and that's something which is the pillar of our team, is the support. There's no one who is better or worse, or, you know, there's nothing like that. It's a team effort. Can you do it? Can you like make it grilled, not fried?
What's up? Why are you asking for customization?
And the team is that is the beauty of our performance, that it comes out in the team effort.
Oh, the other day this might just be a segue. I was just going on a highway, and the tire thing, you know, it just got like punctured.
Oh no, you mean flat. The thing that pisses me off is when you go to shopping malls and there are kids running all around like they are.
Oh, you mean
little
brats? Yeah.
I need to know my competition.
I thought we didn't have any competition.
No, it's a competition. It's a $500,000 competition.
500? Nobody told me $500,000 competition?
Yeah. It's serious, man. I was actually talking about that animal which also bites.
Oh no, that's so bad! I'm talking about, but when you enter your home and you step on it.
Oh no, that's a doormat!
Oh no, I was talking about the doctors use that emergency term when they are gonna do an operation, and everybody's saying that give him this medicine. Stacked.
They're like different groups
There are
performing.
at least 9 teams, 10 teams.
10 teams performing. Somebody has to be outstandingly, phenomenally
That's us.
good.
This is my impression of
That's
Steve.
What's going on? I'm so scared.
This is my impression of Steve. I'm really lost.
My impression of Steve. Oh, I guess I pissed on the floor. Well, I'm the best looking, I'm the smartest, I'm the funniest. You know, without me, they don't know what they're doing.
We will win.
$5 million.
Why do you think we are standing here?
$5 million.
When you say we, who do you mean?
Which team again?
This team. This team.
Look into my eyes.
This team.
Hinprov.
Hinprov.
Hinprov wins.
We are gonna win the $5 million.
$5 million.
They're gonna win because of me. So I should get most of the money.
Our team is completely cohesive, and we will win this competition like together.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, like just let me be the star of the scene, and we'll be okay. Like don't, give Michael Jordan the ball. Vinay thinks he's Michael Jordan, but I'm really the Michael Jordan.
It is a team effort. It's a family. Yeah, everybody's equal. There's no better, or there's no Michael Jordan, or there's no Sachin Tendulkar.
Hinprov means to me is more than the people that we work with. It is more than the shows that we have done. It is more than the team that we have made. It is even more than the improvisation that we do on stage. It means to me to be able to become that child who expresses in a language that is not English. So essentially there is no competition, it is only collaboration. So we really don't care if we get or do not get that $500 million that Mississauga Multilingual Fringe Festival has to offer. What we really want is to just do our best, be our best, and have fun on stage.
We are part of Hinprov.
Yeah, we are part of
Hindi Improv.
Hindi Improv. Yeah.
Hindi Improv.
Yeah.
Hindustani.
Hindustani. Hinprov. Let's stick with him.
Hinprov. Herprov. Hinprov.
Hi, I'm Gunjan.
Hi, I'm Shreya.
Hi, I'm Amrutha. Hi, I'm Chrissy.
Namaskar.
Hi, I'm Vinay, world's best improviser. I'm Jason.
We invite you to this adventure called Hinprov's improvised Bollywood comedy show at Mississauga
Multilingual
Fringe Festival
from August 22nd onwards.
Please come check us out.
Be there or be square. No, I mean be there.
Do come.
आप सभी आइए, दुआएं दीजिए और एंटरटेन होइए. हिंदी इतनी ही आती है.
My name is Anju Malhotra and I'm the writer and the director of the play called The Untold Story. The Untold Story was inspired by a real story which I came across suddenly. But as a writer, when you come across stories, some of them really stay with you and you keep thinking about them. And this was one of those stories.
The story is about a woman who goes through her journey of life and she has the opportunity to revisit all of her life choices that she's made. And, she really lost herself along the way, but you'll find somewhere that she really takes a new action that makes a big difference in life and might even shock a few people about what she does at this point of her journey.
With the story being that everyone goes through the same thing, I like the fact that the cast is diverse because we all go through the same things. We all have relationships, we all have challenges through life, we all have family and friends and things to deal with, regardless of what race or gender you are.
We did a virtual, like a Zoom meeting, and when I saw everyone with different ethnicities, I for a moment thought that I'm in the wrong chat group. So, and they called me and they said that no, you are joining the right Zoom meeting. Come on in, we are here.
We are having a wonderful team and our cast is really diverse and we are learning from each other because each one is bringing their own emotions and a side to the subject to present.
Yeah, so the play, when I wrote it, I had in mind that we live in Canada, and Canada is a diverse community country. We have several languages, but we all speak English. So I decided to write the play in English so that a lot of people can watch it and understand it and, really get the emotion of the play. So this is why the play is in English. At the same time, the actors are also diverse because we want to also, admire Canada and celebrate Canada.
We really appreciate what it takes to put a play together, to write it, and to have the Untold Story come to life. And there's many untold stories of other people in this world. We just want to have a glimpse in with this play.
So based on our table read, actually, that was our first interaction as a team, and it was done virtually, but just off the bat, everyone was so positive and so welcoming, and they were interested in learning more about the story and learning more about our own roles in the play. So I think that was great. It shows positivity, it shows professionalism, it shows a perspective that I've struggled to understand, and as a maturing woman, it's always hard to talk about these things, and I think this script really brings those things to life and shows how, asking for help or just sharing your story with people that you care is very important, and it should be done and should be encouraged through all the masses. And I think that's how I sort of relate to the story and was happy to be a part of it. So my name is Neha Modgill, and I'm one of the actors that are featured in the play.
My name is Carol Moxham, and the role that I am playing is Molly.
My name is Bharti, and I'm playing the role of Sarah in this play, Untold Story.
My name is Nadine Brown, and my role is the friend that everybody would love to have.
Art of theatre is something which should be really, really admired and also encouraged. So I encourage you to come and watch this play, The Untold Story. It has 4 show times: August 21st, 7 to 8 p.m., August 22nd, 10:30 to 11:30 p.m. Then Thursday, August 24th, it runs from 8:45 to 9:45 p.m. And then in August 26th, which is a Saturday, it runs from 2 to 3 p.m.
We have done a lot of hard work. You will definitely enjoy, and you will like it.
If you've never been to a Fringe Festival, this is, an event to experience in the arts and the creative. So this is something I'm experiencing new with what my adventure is. I am inviting you to have your adventure.
And it's just a fun thing to come and see with your friends and family. Come and watch.
Tickets are available at SAWITRI Theatre's website and can be purchased online. Please come, bring your friends, bring your theater lovers, and definitely come and make this show a success with all of us and be a part of the Untold Story.
Come a little early so that you can see your friends and talk to them, and stay back for at least half an hour so that you have a chance to mingle with your friends. There are drinks, there is going to be food you can buy, and there's a place for meet and greet. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all. Do and see us all. Thank you.
Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake.
Ramarozatovo was born in a very, very rich family. Okay, and like his grandfather was Prince Darapana. They were pretty thick and thin with the ruling British people in India. Mind you, this is far pre-independence. Then he went out and he was supposed to manage the zamindari. Zamindari managed kara show, when he started walking out, he bumped into another great personality called Lalon Phokir. And Lalon Phokir gave him a perspective of the society and the life, which to him was a sort of incarnation. And that helped him to build his mind towards being, should I say, a socialist in his own way? Yes. He picked up from Vaishnav Kodavali, he picked up the format the society should have had that of a classless, casteless society.
Tagore is very relevant, especially in today's day. Why, I'll tell you. Chitrangada is my favorite dance drama. So Chitrangada ends with her monologue. Monologue to bolbo na, but Ami Chitrangada, Rajendra Nandini, Nahi Devi, Nahi Shamanno Nari. So we are talking about feminism today. We are talking about equality today. Tagore talked about equality back then. So anything else, he is relevant today and he will be relevant in the next 100 years.
একাত্ম সম্পর্ক যেটা আমরা সবসময় দেখে থাকি, স্থান দিও হে আমায়, ওটা তো আকুতি জানাচ্ছে, বলছে সবার নিচেই নেমে গেল, আমরা কিন্তু উঁচুতে নেই। Like what I wanted to say, that if people do not understand the lyrics, they can understand by the tune. You cannot say that he was not religious minded, because some songs are there. Prabhu amaro priyo amaro param bonu he chiro pather songi amar chiro jibon. That is whom he is saying. He is telling Prabhu Amar, Priyo Amar. Like Prem and God, like Puja is together. Like Aki Onge, দুজনের রয়েছে, তার মধ্যে দিয়ে তার মুক্তি। Rabindranath said once, বৈরাগ্য সাধনে মুক্তি সে আমার নয়। That means what? যে আমি এক ঘরে গিয়ে পুজো করব, এক মনে স্তব পাঠ করব, সে আমার নয়। অসংখ্য বন্ধন মাঝে লোভিব মুক্তির স্বাদ।
There's a platform that we are getting to represent our roots, and what better than this festival. So that was my inspiration to come up on stage.
Amidst the vast treasure of literary and artistic brilliance, there shines a beacon of wisdom and creativity, Rabindranath Tagore. As we navigate the diverse landscapes of culture, knowledge, and human experience, I encourage us all to embark on a journey of exploration into the enchanting world of Tagore's work and continue his profound legacy. In his poetry, we will discover verses that resonate with the deepest corners of our hearts, touching emotions we never knew existed. We will be captivated by his ability to explore the human side, drawing you into worlds both familiar and foreign. As we take a moment to immerse ourselves in the symphony of his music, the Robindro Shongi, where every note carries the essence of love, longing, and joy of life. Beyond his artistic creations, explore the wisdom he imparted through his philosophical writings, his insights into life, spirituality, and the interconnectedness of all living beings, offer timeless guidance in navigating the complexities of modern world. As we delve into Tagore's works, we will encounter an education philosophy that nurtures not just the intellect, but also the heart and soul. The ideals of Vishwabharati University, where education harmonizes with nature, will inspire us to seek a more holistic approach to learning and personal growth. Tagore's ideas of cultural exchange and understanding beacon us to embrace diversity, fostering a world where cultural boundaries dissolve and unity prevails. In the face of environmental challenges, let Tagore's love for nature ignite your passion for environmental preservation. Above all, let Tagore's commitment to social reform fuel our determination to create a just and equitable world. His advocacy for women's rights and social equality serves as a powerful reminder that we must strive to build a society where every individual is valued and respected. Let us, as a united global community, honor Tagore's enduring legacy. Embrace his work as a source of inspiration, a bridge between cultures, and a catalyst for positive change. Together, let us continue to explore Tagore's creations, for in doing so, we nourish our collective soul and pave the way for a brighter, more enlightened future.
Check, check, check. Check 1 2 check 1 2 check check check. हाँ जी दोस्तों, लाल बटन दे शो हिंग्लिश पिंग्लिश दे विच तुहाडा सारिਆਂ ਦਾ स्वागत है। आजो मेरे नाल दसियो।
I think especially in Toronto, like especially for Punjabis, comedy is very new. They go to something, their expectations are so high that they don't even think it's going to come true.
It's not going to, yeah, exactly.
So in a way, their expectations are high and low. Like they think this is going to be bad.
And then if it goes well, they're like pleasantly surprised.
Right? So for them, like this is like, and then yeah, exactly. When it goes well, they're like, oh wow, this is nice.
My comedy is just the English part.
That's
who
you gotta learn.
The English,
yeah.
The Punjabi, I don't do it all, but
But
what I find with you guys is that because you speak Punjabi, you draw the crowd in. So you already have their attention. Then it's just up to you to kind of make it funny.
At the body shop, doing something unholy. सुने किसी ने गाना किन्हीं ने सुना? मतलब पिताजी गर्म हो रहे हैं कुछ अभद्र करते हुए। देख लो माता जी कैसे हुए ये गाने आ रहे हैं। ते कह रहे सानू सुनो ना। ये साढ़े तो यार इतना दे फादर होते नहीं। बस मेरे डैडी नू शुगर डैडी दे नाते सिर्फ शुगर है। मतलब वो तो आज तक किसी बॉडी शॉप पे जाके गर्म होएगी। वो छोटा होए तक उन्होंने मुंडा नहीं हुआ।
पंजाबी के साथ पता है चक्कर क्या हो जाता है? जिनको तो आती है हिंदी, उनको अंदर से वो पंजाबी समझ लेते हैं, बट वो एडमिट नहीं करना चाहते, वो ट्राई नहीं करना चाहते कि हमें पंजाबी भी समझ आ जाती है। तो हम जब देसी शो करते हैं तो बोलते हैं हम पंजाबी बोलने लगते हैं, वो बोलते हैं कि हमें तो आती नहीं है। हाँ, और जब हम करते हैं पंजाबी शो तब दूसरे भी आ जाते हैं, सारे आ जाते हैं, तब सबको समझ आ जाती है। सो आई यूज्ड टू गेट स्टक बिफोर। पहले मुझे लगता कि यार अभी थोड़े से हिंदी बोलने वाले आ गए तो मेरे सब कुछ प्रिपेयर मैं पंजाबी में करके आया हूँ, अभी ऑन द स्पॉट मैं हिंदी में चेंज कर रहा हूँ, पर अब मैं नहीं करता, अब मैं पंजाबी में करता हूँ, वो सब समझ जाते हैं।
आपको पंजाबी समझ आ जाएगी तुम? हाँ, हम पंजाबी पूछा जी, उन्होंने समझ आ जाएगा। यस इन्होंने तो दारू भी नहीं पिया सकते, क्योंकि गुजराती तो घट पींदे ने ना, क्योंकि नहीं तो शराब पी के सब कुछ समझ आ जाता बंदे ने।
With the brown crowds, because at Sunny's show, I think this is something in my head. I think primarily most of them don't understand English, but they do. It's just that they feel more comfortable when they listen to Punjabi stuff. Yeah. But if it's funny, it's funny. They're gonna laugh, and not even that. If they see that you're like have confidence, or you're like batamiz on stage, then they're gonna listen, right? That's like I remember last 2 weeks at your show, like Aditya was there, and he was just like, I was like, how's this crowd? And he's like, have you watched cricket? And I go, no, I don't have that much time in the day. He's like, there's a field in Australia, and he's like, it's the hardest field. And I was like, okay. And then he went up and did his act, and he was right for his act. But then I went up and I did well. So I was like, this field ain't hard for me. Maybe for you, Aditya. I just hit a 6, right? He was shoveling, right? But javelin.
Yes.
But I think the thing is like you just have to go up and just see where things go.
So my sister, she just had a kid, and I'm very excited because I feel like this kid could actually have a real talent, right? And the reason I say this, her child doesn't cry like a normal child. You know, normal children, they just cry and it's annoying and you're like, oh, shut up. Right? But when this child cries, it's beautiful. It's like music. It's like Qawwali, right? Because the child like cries and then stops, right? It's like, right? It's perfect. Just when you think everything's all right, it's like, They're like, this is great. This could work. This could work.
देखो मैं कोई किता तो बुरी तरह फेल होया क्राउड वर्क सो इट्स नॉट लाइक कि क्राउड वर्क करना नहीं चाहिए बट अपने जिवें ऑडियंस की वो गल करते सी तो मैं इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट च किया कि जिहड़े इंग्लिश क्राउड है या हिंदी क्राउड है दे आर जस्ट फॉर द कॉमेडी उत्थे कॉमेडी देखना आया या करना आया बट पंजाबी क्राउड थोड़ा जिहा है कि वो 90% थोनू जज करना आया बिकॉज ही थॉट दैट आई कैन डू बेटर दैन हिम बट आए कि मैनू स्टेज नहीं मिला क्योंकि सेम चीज़ होंदी है वैन एवर आई टेल माई फ्रेंड्स एंड माई रिलेटिव्स दैट आई डू दिस स्टफ असीं भी करते सी वो तो सानू स्टेज नहीं मिले सो दिस इज सो सेम थिंग हैपन्स सो I tried to do the crowd work and then that guy took the advantage because he knew me before. He recognized me and then he told me that he start what we call heckling me. Ode bakiya de nahi kita because he was not aware of the other people that how they will feel. And he took the advantage that I know this guy so I can do anything in his act.
But you also made fun of him knowing that you know him.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You failed to mention why he attacked you.
I think that's obvious. That's obvious.
You're a helpless victim. You didn't tell the full story of it. You deserve to get smacked.
Yeah, but just judgmental.
And then you forgot to mention how you attacked him first, and then he was like,
"Yeah, I attacked."
And he came up and attacked you because you deserved it. That's something.
I did the show previous and those were good. Why we are talking about the only show that was bad for me?
You need to tell the whole truth. You're forgetting the most critical piece of the show. How you attacked him first. You didn't just get up.
I was saving myself.
You were like, I watched this on YouTube. And then you're like, I didn't see this part on YouTube. I don't know what to do. This is not on YouTube. Somebody pull up their YouTube account. I've never seen someone where this guy was asking for like forgiveness.
ਇਹ ਬੜੀ ਖਤਰਨਾਕ ਹੈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਰਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਦੱਸ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਯੈਸ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਇਹ ਬਿਲੋ ਦਾ ਬੈਠ ਜਾਏਗੀ ਕਈਆਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਅਨਕੰਫਰਟੇਬਲ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਰਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ ਆਈ ਹੈਵ ਅਦਰ ਜੋਕਸ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਮਾਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਐਸਾ
ਚੱਲ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਕਰ
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਬਸ ਸਰ ਦਾ ਅਪਰੂਵਲ ਮਿਲ ਗਿਆ
ਮਾੜਾ ਮੋਟਾ ਕਰ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਤੂੰ ਆਇਆ
ਉਹ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ
I've seen like with the crowd work it gets awkward too like it's like you're
it's always going to be yeah
and you have to find your way out of that spot
so how you
still like
it's happened to me like I was doing a show where I was talking to this guy who was Arab and he was dating this girl and it was getting awkward then I had to like flip it to something else and I finished it and then the other thing too is like you don't want to talk to someone too long because then the rest of the crowd is like what about me or they're like you know, like, why are you talking to that person's a loser? Like, I'm a loser too, talk to me. Right? Or, I'm not a loser, but like, talk to me. But you know, the crowd work, I always like start off asking them like, what part of India are you from? Where are you from? Like, are you Punjabi? And then that gets people kind of excited.
Yeah. And I think the other part is like you have to feel when it doesn't work. You have to feel that feeling of it not working.
Oh, I feel that a lot.
Right.
It's not like, I guess I feel it, but then I still have to move forward.
Yeah, exactly. Still moving forward with that feeling.
Yeah.
Sometimes we feel that and we're like, okay, let's go back. Instead of going back, you have to go forward.
Or just be honest with the audience and be like, oh, that wasn't a good that wasn't
exactly.
a good thing I said.
Exactly.
And start laughing.
Yeah, don't do Riyaz Chima. Like, why aren't you clapping? Like, why aren't you...
Like, one thing I love about the Hinglish Pinglish shows is that I noticed that you can ask them to applaud and they will. I don't know why they're going to do it. For no reason, they'll start applauding because you ask them. And then I'm like, why am I even doing stuff here?
They love applauding to jokes as well.
Yeah.
When you do a good joke, they start clapping. You're like, wow, I didn't even ask for it and it just happened.
एक बार सब अपने लिए जोरदार तालियां and सनी बाजी के लिए please जोरदार तालियां हो जाए क्योंकि जो भी हो रहा है ना उनके लिए होता है.
Yo, what's up? It's Usper. I need you to come check out the hottest English Pinglish comedy show.
आजो सारे रल के हंसांगे, खेडांगे, नचांगे, टप्पांगे, जो तुसी करना
at the Misisauga Fringe Festival.
आजो.
How long you've been smoking? Long time?
Oh, long time, maybe 15 years. Yeah, 15 years. That guarantees you that you will not live long. So you are in a hurry in everything. You know that? You know, I have to finish. Because I'll go early. So cigarette is a motivation for me. Namaskar. मैं अखिल पंड्या.
I'm Dhruva Trivedi. My name is Megha Raina.
थिएटर मेरा पैशन है. I am a student of dramatics.
I have had the experience to be a director, an actor, and now a producer. I'm an actor with a writer's heart and body of a dancer.
मिजाज के साथ मैं पिछले साल जुड़ा हूँ. उर्दू शॉर्ट्स फेस्टिवल में I directed a play written by मानव कौल पार्क. दूसरा मौका है कि जब मैं मिजाज के लिए डायरेक्ट कर रहा हूँ मानव कौल का ही लिखा हुआ प्ले शक्कर के 5 दाने.
By profession, I'm a research scientist at McMaster University in the field of medicine, but I am a very passionate theatre enthusiast. My passion for theatre started as a kid in Mumbai, and I carried it here in Canada. I started Mizaj in 2019 as a poetry group, and then eventually for all sorts of performing arts, I joined with my 2 partners, Guru and Dhruva Trivedi. And that's how Mizaj Arts came into the picture. हमें लिखना है और हम लिख कर रहेंगे. Now this हमें लिखना है और लिख के रहेंगे. It means that we want to find ourselves. We want to break this loop. In this it's kavita. Of course हम कविता लिख के रहेंगे. But what is the subtext behind it?
We are telling everybody कविता लिखनी means what? कि हमको अभी we have to find ourselves, guys. Whatever the grains we have, right? Just identify. Read between the lines. मैं वो पढ़ने की कोशिश करता हूँ जो राइटर ने लिखा नहीं है. वो मुझे एक नया डायनेमिक देते हैं. पूरी स्क्रिप्ट का, कैरेक्टर का, सीन का. So I always try to look differently than what writer has written actually. Yes. Then, you know, gowns, aurat, you know, they oil their hair, they put their choti with the tight hair, right?
So I can do that for her.
Yeah, no.
I think
both
should be
both.
okay. I won't oil my hair.
But you have to lead by the example. You know, you know.
Yeah, I mean, how will... Actually, I'm sorry, but
no,
I can't put oil in my
from
hair.
lighting point of view also, I think if the light, there's a spot, I think.
Okay, tell me one thing. As a director, what is such a big significance about that oil?
I want, you know, absolutely, there is no light coming out, right?
I think oil will make you look more like your character.
Character, right?
Correct.
Yes.
But I can't oil my hair.
No, I'm not oiling my hair.
Why?
Yeah.
No.
Somebody else would
Give
oil
us
your
give
hair,
us one
please.
good convincing reason.
Yeah.
No, because I feel कि गांव की औरत ऐसा नहीं है कि सारी ऑयली डाल के बैठ जाती है.
अरे घी डालती है. घी
अभी
घी या तेल.
सिंग तेल भी डालती है. I have seen सिंग तेल. What are you talking, Dhruva? Secondly, what is the
देखो ऐसे
logic?
जुड़ा करके मैं बैठूंगी.
Sarla doesn't want oil or Dhruva doesn't.
क्या बात?
There is a difference. If Dhruva doesn't want, yes, Sarla doesn't want.
Dhruva also doesn't want, and I don't think Sarla also
Come
wants.
on.
Come on.
Sarla is his.
Sarla
is his vision.
Leave Sarla to me.
Let Sarla.
Leave Sarla to me at least. You know that, right? So Sarla definitely will go with the oil.
Okay, I will oil my hair, but very lightly. Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
कहते हैं जिसके जीवन में समस्या नहीं समझो उसने जीवन जिया ही नहीं. यानी कि मैंने तो जीवन जिया ही नहीं. These are lines from our play शक्कर के 5 दाने, and I relate the most to these because I feel कि समस्या, अगर आपके जीवन में समस्या नहीं तो आपने जीवन जिया ही नहीं. That means problems, all these problems that you face since you're a child, the trauma, especially the traumatic problems, it makes you the person that you are. And I strongly believe that the person that I have molded into came from all of life's very harsh experiences.
As an actor, I derive, and I would say all the actors do that, whenever we are doing a character, there are some parts of our personal experiences that we bring onto it, and as the character leaves us, it leaves us with something. In life, I'm generally a person who tries to experience different things sometimes simultaneously, and that can get you into a loop of what exactly do I want to do at this point. So be it an emotion of sacrificing for your family, be it trying to go on an adventure, be it the desire to be somewhere else. So we move on from one to another, and that's how the loop continues. So that's what is happening with my character as well.
So we are.
Okay,
Akhil, so
Are we starting from
scene one?
Yeah.
I have one thing.
What?
So for the way play is written, we don't have a clear end to give to the audience that what the writer wants to say. Like, do we want to explain it as we were discussing some days ago? Do we want to explain what we want to say through the play, or do we want to just
I completely feel that looking at the complexity of the play and how it took us sessions and sessions of just reading to basically get the gist of it. I feel since we're putting so much effort, in the end at least we should explain it with those few lines from Pundlik. Yeah, but what if it's not reaching the audience at all?
No, then you have to trust your audience. You have to trust your audience, the kind of audience we are going to get.
Megha, no, I disagree. I feel we should come up with some lines because we have audiences of all ages. We have audiences of all understanding. Yeah. So, if they've come, because it's so philosophical to begin with, it's so complex and deep. In the end, if we give a little bit of a closure, a little bit of, flavor for them to absorb and say, oh, okay, I get it. I feel we will
I think for that, we'll have to decide whether we want to deviate from what's actually written. Second, we trust our audience. Like, we have been rehearsing, we've been trying. I also feel that like how we got it, but again, Akhil, we got it after so many readings.
Yeah,
so do
correct.
we want to tweak?
No, because you rightly said what I personally feel also, in the effort of opening it more and more and more, we should not lose the original essence of the play.
Exactly.
Right? It's the essence of the play. It is all about the subtext.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. So audience has to be ready that they are coming for the subtext. They need to, this is it's like an open table. What the script is written, right? So whatever you need to take, you can take it from there. We are just. Shakkar ke 5 daane. Ye play. It is with a lot of subtext. It requires a tremendous, a thought process before you go for that. As an audience also, it requires tremendous understanding to reveal, to understand the subtext. Presenting, you take it.
No.
Yes,
sorry, one point. I think you are just pigeonholing the audience into thinking that this is what we were trying to
correct.
That will defeat the purpose of the play.
Sorry,
this is what
why it is understood. I mean, after having so many reads and after having like endless discussion, what I'm trying to say is that give just few lines to give that flavor that this is what.
But still I believe, I agree with Dhruv, but still I believe that, by doing this, we want to convey to the audience what we have understood.
Correct.
Yeah. So are we, on that, see what we want to show you, or we should leave to their intelligence.
But again,
somewhere at least somewhere.
No, we can do one thing. We can do one thing. Let's see, we are into process, right? So let's see how it goes, and then we'll see how it moves forward, and then we'll take a call.
But Megha, think about all those times when we had so many questions and we were trying to understand like why Sarla was particular kind, why Sarita had this, why is this problem a big samasya, and why is it such a big form of thing. So what I'm saying is something to give the audience.
As he said, let's find it out on the process.
Yeah, find out on the process.
Maybe it will be a good idea to have a 5-minute question answer session after the
with the audience. With the audience, we all can answer.
We will try to answer.
Yeah, I think that's.
And it's possible that we as an actor or the crew, we discover something from the audience.
Just leave it.
We are not concluding. That also. Let's see. These are the options we are putting on the table. Let's process and we'll see. How it goes.
So let's get on the floor.
Let's go. Let's go.
So let me just pick this up. Who's part of the script is this? That's mine. Okay. But Megha, I still feel that we should, something.
Let's see what happens.
Let's go. It's done. Let's go. Now camera is off. कि जब जूता जब काटता है तब जिंदगी काटना मुश्किल हो जाता है, और जूता जब काटना बंद कर देता है तो वक्त काटना मुश्किल हो जाता है.